On today's show, a hands-free wheelchair that could change the game for disabled people, a pod that I will absolutely never stay in on the side of a mountain.
And put down your shot glass, because now you can just breathe in alcohol.
Woohoo! It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Esquella. Joining me as always, Khail Anonymous. Can we just really briefly, before we jump into the headlines, discuss how disappointing the Amazon Prime Day sales have been?
It's completely useless. Don't even look.
Don't bother.
There's just nothing there. You're wasting your time. What are some of the sales? It's like socks.
Ankle braces, I saw. There's
like one DVD on sale.
Lozenges.
They blew it. The best thing I
really
can say is that probably from all the disappointment, which there's already negative hashtags about this Amazon sale that we talked about yesterday in case you missed.
Yeah.
The best thing is that next year, they're definitely going to try and make up for what they did this year.
I should hope
They're going to
so.
have to, as a PR stint, they're going to have to fix this next year. So that's the best thing.
Really quick before we jump into headlines, my favorite tweet about it was, I hope the person, I want the person responsible for Amazon Prime Day to come to my funeral so that they can let me, and lower me into the ground so they can let me down one last time. And I thought that was very poignant and hilarious.
All right.
And sad. So on that depressing note, thanks a lot, Amazon. Let's hit the headlines.
Look, I am not tired of finding ways to get drunk yet.
That's, I think, you're like a alcohol explorer.
Yeah, so with that, we'd like to introduce you to alcoholic architecture, because they found a new way for you to get drunk, and that is through breathing it in. No longer are you constrained by liquids. This is from Bumpus and Parr, a studio that focuses on flavor-based designs and installations. And they're creating alcoholic architecture, which is basically a room you go into and breathe in alcohol. It's a fully immersive alcoholic environment.
This looks like a rave.
It's pretty cool. So basically, you breathe this stuff in, not only through your lungs, but also through your eyeballs. Ooh. You wear a protective outfit so that you don't get wet. But there's a humidifier that saturates the air with a cocktail of 140% humidity. And you can only spend, check this out, this is interesting. You only spend 50 minutes in there, and that's the equivalent of a very strong alcoholic drink.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
That seems pretty fun.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool and also scary. I don't like breathing stuff in through my eyes.
Yeah, and also it's just 140% humidity. I mean, imagine the worst summer in Florida, the worst summer day in Florida that you've ever, or the worst humidity you've ever experienced in maybe it's a little worse than that. So you feel like you're drinking anyway.
Yeah, it opens up in 6 months. So it opens for 6 months, and it's going to open July 30th. So if you're in London, you can go check this out. Again, it's called Alcoholic Architecture.
This is delightful.
And it's weird. It's funny. I don't know if you watch Parks and Rec, but we've already kind of seen Tom Haverford, who's like the silly character, always on the next trend. Well, guess what, Tom? You were right. Here's a clip from Parks and Rec in which he actually kind of foresaw this.
This is the wrong way to consume alcohol.
So there you go.
Exactly.
It's like a new age bar where you breathe in your alcohol.
And this is a new age bar.
That looked better than this one because, like you said, 140% humidity.
It's hot. It's gonna be
super hot.
Ugh.
So you're not
Maybe it's
comfortable.
Cold humidity. You can buy the little cold humidifiers.
Sure.
Maybe it's that.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
I can see it.
You only spend 50 minutes in there.
All
so
right.
there you go.
We'll go spend a little under an hour at this weird little pub.
Alcoholic architecture, if you're
Alcoholic
interested.
architecture. That is amazing. All right. I want to tell you guys about the Ogo Wheelchair. So the Ogo Wheelchair is really interesting because it actually came from a Segway, the idea of a Segway. So Segway was kind of built to be this kind of revolution in personal mobility, like individual mobility, and it looks really dorky. It looks dorky. But this guy in New Zealand was like, you know what? I could take the core idea of the Segway, take out its guts, and put it into a wheelchair that can be controlled with the torso. So it uses only core strength of the user to move. So this is, with wheelchairs, so you have a few options. You can push the wheels, you can have somebody push you, you can use a remote control like a joystick, or for people who don't have the use of their hands, they can use their mouth. So like Stephen Hawking, for example. So this wheelchair is an electric wheelchair that is pretty much the first of its kind. And you can see he leans forward to move forward, and he leans back to slow down. And this is huge for anybody who can't use their arms in a wheelchair. Like, this might open up mobility options for people who have never really had them before. This is really, really impressive stuff. It can move up to 20 kilometers an hour. This guy he's a plastics product designer, so he actually made that fiberglass shell of the wheelchair himself. Like, he designed it himself, and it's pretty impressive looking. And it uses the Segway's gyroscopic stabilization and its control system to allow the user to like basically lean forward, lean back to control it. So you can totally either have full use of your arms, or if you can't use your arms or you don't have arms to control a wheelchair, you don't need them. So that is pretty impressive stuff. And he says that he wants to take this commercial. He absolutely wants to make this available to the market someday, but he does need either investors or crowdfunding. He's still working on what exactly he wants to do with that, but he wants to enter mass production within a few years.
That's incredible.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it actually didn't look like it took up a lot of room either. You know, it looks like
No.
it's less cumbersome than if you needed to have like the
looks
whole
sleek.
controller and stuff like that. That's
Right.
incredible.
Looks sleek, and it's electric, so it doesn't, it's not like, there's not like a loud motor or anything like that. It's just, it's a Segway motor, so it's just you lean forward. It's pretty quiet, which is so cool. Like, I just think it's great that this guy, thought of this idea. He was inspired by a friend of his who's paraplegic and was like, you know what? I'd take some Segway guts and build a wheelchair.
I hope he finds a way to make all the money that he wants.
I'm sure
for
he
it.
will.
I mean, it seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, this seems like something that some investor, I'm sure, will invest in and bring to mass market. So really great work, my friend. This guy's name, just so you know, is Kevin Halsall. That's his name. He's a New Zealander. He's an inventor. High fives to you. All right, Khail, we hate heights. We have to talk about this place that we're never going to stay in, but someone else might want to stay in because the price is actually pretty reasonable. This is called the Adventure Suite at the Sky Lodge Adventure Suite at the Natura Vive Sky Lodge in Cusco, Peru. You can see it is hanging from the side of a mountain, and it is all glass. You just look out, it's all windows, it's totally clear. This is insane. And you have to climb up a mountain to get there. They have like the previous part of this video, if you go look at it online, is them literally climbing up this mountain to get to these sky lodges. They're calling it a 1,000,000-star resort because you can see all the stars in the sky at night, which is kind of funny. These things are 24 feet long and 8 feet high, so you can stand in them. They have 4 beds, a dining area, a bathroom that also has glass windows. It's separate from the other. There is a divider from the bedroom part of it, but when you're in the bathroom, it's also like clear. It's clear.
Oh,
it's
I noticed
transparent.
that. Yeah.
So there, if there's like a mountain goat hanging around, like it's gonna watch you do your business, which is kind of funny.
That's the way it is anyway.
They'll leave a glass of wine in there for you, which you're obviously going to need after a long day climbing up the mountain, and to calm you down, to soothe your anxiety of falling all the way down inside this pod. The lights are powered by solar panels, so you can actually have light at night, which is cool. The pod is made of aerospace aluminum, and it's about 400 feet in the air, and it overlooks Sacred Valley in Cusco, Peru. So conversion rate, how much do you think that you would pay for this in US dollars? For the experience, like to climb up there, stay a night, and then climb back down.
150 a night.
150 a night. It's a little more than that.
I was aiming high.
You're aiming high. It's $290 a night.
$300 a night?
But no, it's because you only stay for one night because it's for the whole experience. You can't stay in there for like a weekend. You can't stay. It's like, so to climb up there, they do the whole thing where it's like you do the mountain climb, you stay there, and then you come back down the next day. It's like a whole thing.
Okay, that's all right.
That seems good. Like excursions in, I know in Mexico, we did one where we went to went to Coba, and we got to climb like the Mayan pyramids and all this stuff, and it was really neat. That cost us, I think, like, I want to say $120 a person. So, which included transportation and everything. So I would say that's like pretty reasonable, all things considered. I would imagine it includes like, shuttle to the location, climbing equipment, all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust myself in this sort of situation, and also the toilet thing. Actually, I would like the toilet thing.
I know.
The toilet thing would be fun. I'd be
hey
like,
guys,
America, even though I'm in Peru. But yeah, I guess it's all for fun. It's
Yeah.
all for like a little fun
adventurers.
experience.
For
yeah,
adventurers.
and it looks like how many people can stay? Like 4?
It said 4 beds, and I think one of them is
Cool.
like a queen size bed, so you could probably fit like 5 or 6 people in there. Pretty decent. $290 a night, split it 6 ways.
It's not so bad.
Seems all right. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back with Mod Squad. It has to do with the tortilla. It's weird. It's short and interesting and weird. But stick around. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We've returned. It's Wednesday, which means we get to talk about all the weird, crazy stuff people cobble together with what's around. So this is Mod Squad. Funnily enough, all of the things in that graphic not involved in this Mod Squad because the main star of this Mod Squad is an unbaked tortilla. So this is so weird. Like I said, it's short, it's weird, it's interesting, totally silly. Rapture Records decided, you know what? Tortillas kind of look like records, right? So they threw it in a laser etcher and had it laser etch out music. The Mexican hat dance song.
I was gonna say that's the only song they could put on there.
Really, yeah, that's what
I'd
you
be
want.
offended. My people would be offended. My
If they
people, the
didn't.
Khails, would be offended if you didn't do that.
Yes, all the Khails. So yeah, and then they cut a little hole out of the middle. Guy put the uncooked tortilla right on a record player and was actually able to get music to play off of a tortilla.
Are we able to hear it?
I think we can probably turn it up. Listen. Hear it? So there you go.
Nice.
That's it sounds like a record from the 1800s that is, been in a garbage dump for 100 years, but they were able to get music off of it, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
I did not think that was possible, but
And
apparently
after you're
it
done
is.
with it, you eat it. You eat your music.
There's a picture of it with bite marks in it after they were done, so they were able to
Oh,
actually eat the
man.
tortilla. I was shocked that they didn't treat it. I thought when I saw the picture, the thumbnail, I was like, okay. They treated this tortilla with some kind of polymer, so dipped it in plastic or something, and then laser etched it.
Right.
No, they just took an uncooked one and laser etched it.
Yeah. I love that we've gotten to that level of science where we can just screw around making tortillas into records.
Yeah.
I
I
like
mean, that's
The world I want to live
peak civilization tortilla records.
Well done.
Super good. So nice job,
in.
Rapture
From my
Records.
people to yours, thank you.
Well played. That was a pun. It's time for user feedback. All right, so we asked everybody yesterday to use TD Flyby. Have you seen you haven't seen the new picture yet from, I think you were driving over here from NASA.
Yeah, I was
Pluto.
flying by Pluto to get here.
Flying by plane. Well, that's like traffic in LA. You have to actually go around through Pluto to get here the fastest. It's real interesting. Apparently, Pluto is so young that there aren't really any crater impact sites the way that we've seen on other major planets. It's a dwarf planet, I get it, but it's so young that they don't really see any evidence of that. And there's these big, what look like ice mountains that could be up to 11,000 feet high and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive when you consider that when I was a kid, I was covered in craters.
Yeah, until what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
all over?
That looked bad.
So anyway, we asked you guys to use the hashtag TDFlyby to tell us where you would want to fly by, what you'd want to get a high-res picture of. Dustin wrote in and said, as close as safely possible flyby of a black hole. I am sure Stephen Hawking would approve.
That's pretty cool.
I would love to see a black hole in action.
Even flying by it, I would be like, nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
Terrifying, scary. Scarier than, would you rather stay in that glass pod?
Yes.
Okay, then fly by
A million
black
times.
hole?
Yeah.
A million times, yeah.
I'll never see my friends again.
That's okay. That's fair.
all two of them.
All two of your friends, me and Logan, producer Logan. Oliver wrote in and said, the Marvel Universe and a world where every cartoon character is there, even Attack on Titan Titans. So
Why? You don't
whole
want
world.
Attack on Titan. Why did you specifically say you wanted Attack on Titan Titans there? That's horrifying.
He's adding just
Oh my God.
added level of
Tell me where that
difficulty.
planet is, and I'm not going.
I'll never go there, yeah. Jesus wrote in and said, the event horizon of supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. Data transition might be a problem, though. That's why you send TARS in, right? You send Tars, the
Sassy
robot.
Tars,
You
yeah.
got to get Sassy Tars with you on that mission. Mitchell wrote in and said, I'd take the LG G4, strap it to the current camera, choose best view in manual mode, and enter it for photographer. I like that you're thinking hard about what you do with that picture after you were done sending it out, which is send it to us.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the next person did. This is photographer of the day.
Is this Pluto? You would have been. You realize how funny it would have been if you would put the Pluto image as the photographer of the day.
I thought about it.
And said like, this one is from our
friends at NASA.
our friend Pluto,
Mr. NASA.
who took a selfie of himself.
This is from our
But
friend
you didn't do
NH.
it, did you? What did you do?
I didn't. So kind of Pluto related, but not Pluto the dwarf planet. Okay, you'll really like it. You're a Disney kid like I am. Matthew wrote in. He said, hey, my family just got back from a trip to Disney World and we had so much fun. Anyway, I was taking pictures like crazy. These are just a few of my favorites that I took throughout the week. I picked this one on a side note. I picked the Epcot ball at night. And he said, I took these with my iPhone 6 Plus. Love the show. That's from Matthew. He took this amazing nighttime picture of the Epcot ball, which I just really like. The only thing missing is fireworks in the background.
I like this.
But I
it's
love
an ominous
that.
type of future. This is Spaceship Earth, is what the name of the ride that's inside of this ball is. So, it's perfectly aligned with this show. It's about technology through the years and what it's meant to the growth of humanity.
Yes.
And it's also a really boring ride.
It's super boring.
So.
But a great way to escape the heat in Florida, and because there's not really a big line most of the time, you can just jump in that line and be in the
Interesting
air
fact,
conditioning.
yeah, that's actually a really good strategy. Interesting fact, Teddy Roosevelt is actually on that ride as a Roman because they couldn't get him, like, his animatronic to work, but they were like, well, let's not throw it away. So he's dressed up as a Roman in the Roman time period.
I did not know that. That's
Yeah.
a new fun
I know
fact.
way too much about I told you, I know way too much stuff about Disney.
I know. One day, Khail and I are going to co-write a book about all the secrets of Disney and Disney World, Disneylands and Disney Worlds all around the globe. I think we should. I think people would read it.
There's also like there's also a theory that they pump in some really like docile. That ride's meant to make you like
Lavender,
calm down.
chamomile.
Yeah.
Maybe it's.
They don't pump in.
Maybe
How
it's
do you- that'd be-
alcohol. Listen, maybe it's humidified
yeah.
alcohol. Let's
Yeah.
all be honest. That it could be that. There's a lot of mist in those rides. That's
I
all I'm
like
saying.
that idea.
That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, if you want to send in your photography, you can email us tomorrow@cnet.com. You can always find us on social media @tomorrowdaily on Twitter if you're looking for the show. But really, you kind of want to find us.
Yeah, and if you want to add us on Twitter, which would be fun, you can add me at @KhailAnonymous.
Yeah, and you can add me at Ashley Esqueda. Well, that's it for the show today. We'll be back tomorrow for our last show of the week.
Forever!
Forever. Well,
Burn it down!
That could be the case if it.
We found Pluto. We know
over.
we know it's a real thing.
Pack it in, guys.
Just let's get out of this.
We're
We're
done.
done. That's all we wanted to do. That's why we created this show.
That's right. To find Pluto, to take high-res pictures of Pluto, and now mission accomplished, guys. So we'll be back tomorrow. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you next time. Bye.